Welcome to today's story titled David and Goliath. Long, long ago, in a land far away, two big armies stood on opposite hills, ready for a fight. One army was the Israelites, led by their king Saul, and the other was the Philistines. Between them was a valley, and everyone was very, very scared. Every morning and every evening, a huge, scary giant named Goliath stomped out from the Philistine side. He was so tall, like a tree, and wore shiny bronze armor. He would shout, "Send me a man to fight. If he wins, we will be your servants. If I win, you will be ours." The Israelites shivered and hid, for no one dared to fight the mighty Goliath. Far away from the battlefield, a young shepherd boy named David was taking care of his father's sheep. David was the youngest of 8 brothers, and he loved playing his harp and singing songs to his flock. He was strong and brave, too, for he had fought off lions and bears to protect his sheep. One day, David's father, Jesse, asked him to take some food to his older brothers who were soldiers in King Saul's army. David packed up some bread and cheese, left his sheep with another shepherd, and set off for the valley. He was excited to see his brothers. When David arrived at the camp, he heard the terrible shouts of Goliath. He saw how afraid all the soldiers were, even his own brothers. "Who is this giant?" David asked. "Who dares to make fun of God's army?" His oldest brother, Eliab, was annoyed and said, "What are you doing here, little shepherd? Go back to your sheep." But David didn't listen. David's words were soon heard by King Saul. The king sent for David, but when he saw the young boy, he said, "You are too young to fight this giant. He's been a warrior since he was a child." But David replied, "Your servant has killed lions and bears to protect his sheep. The Lord helped me then, and he will help me against this Philistine." King Saul agreed, but he tried to put his own heavy armor on David. David tried to walk in it, but it was too big and clunky. He said, "I can't fight in these." So David took off the armor. He took his shepherd's staff, chose 5 smooth stones from a stream, and put them in his pouch. With his sling in hand, he walked towards Goliath. Goliath saw David coming and laughed. He said, "Am I a dog that you come at me with sticks?" He looked down at the young boy and didn't think David was a real warrior. But David stood tall and said, "You come with a sword and spear, but I come in the name of the Lord Almighty. The battle belongs to God." As Goliath stomped closer, David ran towards him. He quickly pulled a stone from his pouch, put it in a sling, and whirled it around. Whoosh! The stone flew through the air and hit Goliath right in the forehead. The giant fell to the ground with a mighty thud. David then used Goliath's own sword to make sure the giant was defeated. When the Philistines saw their champion Goliath was dead, they panicked and ran away. The Israelite army cheered and chased after them, winning the battle. Everyone was amazed at David, the young shepherd boy who had saved them. He was once despised by his brothers and thought too small by the king, but he showed everyone that with faith and courage, even the biggest problems can be overcome. And this is the end of our story. See you on the next one. Bye!